nieces and nephews, welcome back to Auntie No's Kitchen. And to my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope you continue to stick around so you can continue to be a part of Auntie's, nieces and nephews, our big happy family. Okay, let's get housekeeping out the way. First, thank you all for your love and support to my channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, now, I'm trying to, get all this holiday. I can't stop saying this, so just don't worry about that. Trying to get all this holiday meal prep out the way. So today, right now, I'm going to be making squash casserole. Not the traditional squash casserole with the cheese and the peppers. I already did that in a previous upload. It's in my playlist. It's under side dishes. This is my husband's grandmother's recipe. It's been in that family a long time. This is what he eats, and so I have to prepare this. And I've had it. It tastes really, really good. I just don't eat it because I can't digest it. But he loves it. It really tastes really good, and it's not hard to make. So hold on. We're going to do a flip and a swip, and we'll get started. Okay, this is 10 squash. They have been washed and boiled, but not to the point where they're soft. Soggy. You don't want that. You want them to remain a little firm, and they've been cut an inch thick. Okay, the little ends, I put them aside for mother. Okay, so this is 10 squash. Okay, you're going to need 2 bags of Pepperidge Farm herb seasoned classic stuffing, not stovetop. You need this, the Pepperidge Farm herb seasoned classic stuffing. Stovetop will not work for this recipe because you will have to buy many boxes because there's hardly anything in those baby boxes. There's 2 bags, and we're going to go ahead and just pour these into this large bowl so we can get this out the way. Okay, a little housekeeping. Okay, we got this. Let's leave this right here. Okay, you're going to need 1.5 cup of shredded carrots. Now these carrots were the matchstick carrots. You know how they cut them in little bitty shred sticks. I put them in a processor because they need to be shredded down. That's his preference. Now if you want to leave them like matchsticks, you can. This is a double recipe. If you are only going to be using, you can half this recipe, then split everything in half. So we're going to dump all that goodness in here. We're going to need 1 medium small diced onion. This went into my processor as well, and I pulsed it. Oh, go ahead and get your oven turned on at 350 while you're doing all of this. 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, which I am going to go ahead and add that in. And I was looking for this. Go ahead and add all that goodness in here. Make sure you get all that goodness out of your can. Okay. Put that over there for a little housekeeping. And here's our second can. Y'all see I date everything, don't I? I do. That's how I keep my pantry organized. Okay, we got that. Now, to this, we're going to need 1.5 cups of sour cream. Now, if you are halving this, you would just use 1 cup of sour cream. And if you were having it, 1 can of chicken noodle soup. Okay, this is 1 full cup because this is an 8-ounce tub. Okay, and now I'm going to add, let me get my sour cream I left over there. Now I'm going to add another 1/2 cup. When you've been cooking as long as I have, honey, you learn to eyeball. Because back in the day, my grandmama used to say 1 palm, 1 fistful of flour. She meant a cup. For every fistful of flour, you add so-and-so. So that's what she used to say. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my gloves on and get this blended up really well. Because a spoon is not going to get this where I want it. You can use a spoon, but I need this. You see why I'm using a glove? Because I need this all combined and sticking together. I need all of this wet, moisty. And a spoon just, it don't do it for me. And I've been making this, oh God, forever. Because this is the only stovetop. Because I have a husband that won't eat his dinner without cornbread. And this serves as a serving of cornbread just like dressing does. So I was pull one of these out of the freezer and that will serve as his cornbread. When he run, you know, I'll swap it out sometimes for cornbread. And I can thank his grandmama and his great-grandmama for this. So when I hear that scraping on the bottom of my bowl, I know I got some breadcrumbs under there that need to get some attention. Yep. See, when I hear that scraping, I know there are great breadcrumbs that are under there that need attention, right? See, you hear that? There's some goodness down there that needs some attention. And you see how this is wet, how wet it is, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to move this bowl back, and I'm going to get the pan. Hold on a second. I'm going to get my pan, and hold on, I need to get the spray. Forgot to put my black pepper in and mix that up in and forgot to put my salt. Because he's going to turn around and add more salt to it. I know my husband very well. Now see what I do in the process of me getting ready for the holiday. I make a batch because I can freeze some of it and he's good to go for a little bit. It makes it easier on auntie. Okay, so now I have this. I've already sprayed my pan. And when you cook your squash, boil your squash, add this, like I said, this was 10 squash. This is 10 squash. So what I did, I boiled with a half a stick of butter. I boiled my squash with a half a stick of butter. I put no seasoning in them. So what you're going to do is take your stuffing, your stuffing mix, and you're going to put it on the bottom of your pan, and you're going to press it down. Make sure you get it, that pan is completely covered. That's a hard crouton piece. I don't want that in there. If I find a piece that didn't get processed at their plant, I won't keep that in there. I'll get rid of that. If I see any bottom of my pan showing, like I said, I want to make sure that the pan is completely covered. Oops. Okay. The bowl was hitting the button. Okay, now I'm going to put this over to the side and bring my squash over here so you can see what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my squash down on top of here. I'm going to layer it, and I'll be right back. And this is why you don't cook your squash till it's mushy, so you'll be able to pick it up and you'll have good solid pieces of squash, good solid pieces of goodness in here. That's why you do not cook your squash till it's mushy and you can't pick it up. See, this is what I'm doing now. I'm making my top layer. And what I'm doing, you see, I don't just put it on top. I put it like in the center of pieces. But you see, like right here, I don't put them like directly on top. No, I put them like this. And this is something that I did. I altered it because their original recipe, they just put one layer of squash. And I said, that's too much breading to me to just have one layer of squash. So I altered it. And my alteration seems to be a crowd pleaser when I take it to their functions. Yeah, I did alter it. I usually alter any recipe I find, because I like to turn it into my own. That way I can see it's mine. I like to tweak things. Okay. So now, that was good. So I have a few little, put that over there. And it's okay if you have a squash that didn't turn that big, beautiful yellow. It's going to cook because this has to go in the oven. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay? That's a moot point. And then you can take these small little bits, these little end bits, and put them over here in your corners. You can take those small bits and put them in your corners on your ends. It's up to you, but that's what I do. I do put my small bits in my corners, my itty bitties. That's what I call them, the itty bitties. Because I took the itty bitties and I made my, what I did with them, I made, cook me some squash. I just cooked me some squash down there. So now, we're going to move these out the way. Like I said, so I'm going to take this back over here, and I'm going to put this on. Now your top crust is going to be thicker. So I'm going to put a generous helping of the top crust. It's going to be thicker. And that's what's going to give it that oomph. Because this crust is really good. Like I said, I used to eat it. Your top crust, so that's why, I'm putting a nice thick coating on my top crust. Because he really loves that crust, because like I said, it substitutes as bread for him, like his cornbread. So as you see, I'm making this crust really giving him that thick crusty coating on here. You know, you want to make sure your edges also get that same love, you know, because sometimes we forget to give our edges the same amount of love, and they get left out. They're lonely. You know, they're like, I want some love too. You know, you make sure you give those y'all know what I say about them edges. Now get those edges. You know, get the edges, because you want to make sure your edges are taken care of. And so I have a little bit in these little squash. And that's going to make a very small pan. Okay. Now, the oven is heated. This will go into the oven and cook for approximately 30 to 35 minutes on 350. But your basically then is cooking this stuffing. And then we'll go from there. Okay. I'm just patting it down, making sure everything is cool and copacetic. And I'll see you guys in about 30-35 minutes. Okay, nieces and nephews, you see the squash casserole. Nice brown in color. Got some crispiness. Crunch, crunch. So I'm going to, you know, Auntie always cut into things to let you guys see, so you can see what it looks like on the inside. So let Auntie get a sharp spatula, okay? Okay, here's what we have. That nice topping on the bottom, that crispy topping on the top, and those delicious squash in the middle. Like I said, you cook your squash in butter. Cook it in water and add a half a stick of butter. Again, that was 10 squash. Slice them at least an inch thick, and you double stack them. And you add your salt and your pepper to your stuffing, okay? Because that's where all your goodness is in your breading topping and your breading bottom. So here it is. That beautiful goodness. So you can see what your pan will look like. I'm telling you, put this on your table. It's a new way of doing squash casserole. This has been in his family for decades and decades. This is what he grew up on. It was his grandmother's recipe, and so I have a couple of her recipes that he grew up on. So the torch was transferred to me. Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in to watch the video on the squash casserole. I hope you make this for your holiday, but you don't have to make this for holiday. You can make this anytime, because he eats it 365. He eats it any time of the year. Because what I'm going to do to this, I'm going to divide it into, I'll show you. When I prepare in bulk, I put his food in these right here. Because I ordered them from Amazon. I don't know what ounce this is. I want to say it's 28 or 32. I don't know. I don't know what this is, because I have both of them, so I really don't know. But anyway, they're really freezer to microwave safe, not oven. I don't care about that cabinet being open, okay? Real kitchen here. So that's about it. So, you know, and I freeze it. This is part of the his Christmas dinner, because I will be spending Christmas Day with my mother. My mother has dementia, so I will be spending Christmas Day over there with me and my sister. We'll be hanging out with her all day Christmas. And my daughter's 21. I don't think she care about is what she's got. She don't care nothing about the tree and none of that. Santa Claus been over a long time. So quite a while. She just, even though we still shop for her like she's a child, she just wants her goodies, okay? So anyway, Merry Christmas to you all. And if I don't, you all, for those that don't tune in to my channel to after the new year, Happy New Year. And I want you all to have a very blessed and safe holiday season, okay? Hugs and kisses to each of you. Love you guys. And to the next upload, which will be soon, because I still have that my herb crusted roast that I have to prepare for him, and I have to prepare the butter cakes. Yes, the ones you see at Maggiano's, they are coming up. Oh, and my grandmother's tea cakes. So after those three, I am done till after the holidays. Okay, so I see you guys soon. Bye.